So what I might have to do is organize it to where these two long ones end up over here, and these two short ones end up over here. But that shouldn't be too hard because they're already across from each other. If they're already across from each other, then maybe what I can do is I haven't freed this layer up here. Let me pump this out of the way. Pump that out of the way there. Now I've freed up this layer over here. So how am I going to do this? Well, I'm going to go ahead and move this opposite in the opposite layer of these two. And then I'm going to just coordinate them together. So I'm going to just move this like so. So these two are opposite these two. And couldn't I just replace them? Haha, like that. And then move this back. So I basically got these down, and I may be a little bit closer. Except I've got this one that still needs to be taken out. And this. So these two are kind of messing things up. This is freely movable, which is good. This layer here is movable, but this one is not. So how am I going to coordinate this? Well, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to move these two to the same place. Now how am I going to deal with these guys? I don't have any opposites to do. So how am I going to move this where it needs to be? Well, let's do this. Let's take this and move this to the same layer as this. So at least I can deal with it a little bit more. So basically what I want to do is flip these. Was that really going to solve my problem? If I flip these two, then these two are going to flip too. That's just how that algorithm is going to work out. So I've got to figure out a way of flip-flopping these guys. So I'm going to do a little trick here. But does anybody know what I can do? How can I get out of this situation? I just want to do an even exchange here, but I can't just exchange one as it goes against the law of cubes. So here's how I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my 2 by 2 edge. Here's my 2 by 2 edge. So I just want the layer just beyond the 2 by 2 edge, not this layer, just this layer, which correlates with this layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 and move it over here. These 4 move it over here. Basically, these areas are going to be made opposite each other. Why am I going to do that? I don't know. Let's see what happens. 2R U. Okay. Now, I see a little problem when I do that. These guys are going to cause issues. They're going to cause trouble with that. Because notice when I did a 2R U, this guy bandaged me. I can't do the same 2R. So now what? Well, let's take these two and just move them out of the way. Get them out of the way. Because I'm not going to be moving the bottom at all. So let's try that again with that moved out of the way. 2R U. So now I can do the proper 2R. 2R U. 2R to U. 2R to U. 2R U. 2R UI. 2R. Now we can move this back. So what did that do? Well, taking a look at what it did is it put these two opposite each other. So now I'm going to do something really fancy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip-flop these, I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to roll it down to the back. But I got to get these guys out of the way again. It's causing nothing but trouble. Actually, I'm going to move it to the back. So I'm going to take this, move this whole thing to the back. Now, I'm going to Red Bull these two. I'm going to do that so that I can move them sort of out of the way. I got a short one and a long one. I'm going to move these up. I'm going to try to coordinate it with these guys. Short one, long one, short one, long one. And I'm going to try to exchange them. So we have a 2R, 2B, 2U, L. 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F, Y, 2B, 2R. Now, to anyone who's been following my tutorials, you know that what I just did is the Red Bull algorithm, and what I'm doing is a floppy parity fix. Now, to those who don't know what that is yet, don't worry. I'm going to be doing a series of videos to describe exactly what I'm doing, what the floppy parity means, what all that stuff means. But basically, I'm doing a floppy parity fix. I'm just kind of going through the steps. Short one up, long one up. Short one down, long one down. I've got the short one opposite the short one. And I'm doing that for a reason, because now a short one down is about to be replaced, or rather short one up is about to be replaced with short one down. Per splat. So now what I'm going to do is I've got long one up, short one down. Short one up, long one down. Flip-flop these two, and I'll have a short one up and a long one down, just like I have a short one up and a long one down. So let's go ahead and do that. 2R, 2B, 2U, L, 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F, LI, 2B, 2R. This one is brought across over here. And there you have it. 2 long ones down, 2 short ones up, red bullet again, and I'll have 2 short ones down. And again, if you aren't sure exactly about the steps that I took, don't worry. In a future tutorial, as there appears to be some newer subscribers, I'm going to go through what that means. This is just a cruise solve, a demonstration more than anything else of how to get out of these situations. 2R, 2B, 2U, L, 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F, LI, 2B, 2R. Now, I'm going to take out the 2B that I originally did, and you can see the effects of this. The effects of this are these two are now symmetric. All I've got to do now is I've got to take this, move this into here, take these and move it here, and everything will be in the proper size. So that's going to be 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. Okay? Now that I have all of these lined up with the proper centers, I'm just going to move this back over here, and I'm going to flip-flop these centers. But I'm actually going to do a slightly different step. Aside from that, seeing that this red is supposed to be with this, I'm just going to do a opposite edge swap over there. So it's going to be 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U. And now I'm just going to flip-flop these guys so these centers can be once again where they need to be. 2R, U. The only problem is these are in the way again. I'm just going to bat them out of the way. 2R, U, 2R, U, 2R, 2U, 2R, 2U, 2R, U, 2R, UI, 2R. Back this goes, and we have achieved one of our hurdles. we've now freed up every side, unbandaged every side, and now we're free to take these down with one more red bull algorithm to get back closer to what appears to be our native shape. 2R, 2B, 2U, L. 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F, LI, 2B, 2R. And that is the power of one algorithm with a strategy. All I used was one algorithm along with a strategy to get everything where it needs to be. So now the corners and edges are here. What I've done is I've unbandaged all the sides. Now I just got to get these guys in, and how am I going to do that? Okay, so now I'm going to take this and just plop it into one of these guys. How about this one here? So I'm going to put this into here. I moved it down from the left, slide the U to the right position, move it down, slide it to the left position again, move it back up, slide it back to the right, move that back up. Alright, that basically placed that here. Okay, so now what else do we have? We've got this red one that we'll say belongs over here. So I'm moving the red piece in, doing a R move, sliding the U so that that's in an L position. Move an L move down. Now I slide the U back to an R position. Move the R back up. Slide the U back to an L position, and then move it back up in an L position. Move this back up. So this is now placed. So this is an easy part. Any center that's not at the end here, but here, I can place like this. So we keep going. I'll move this like so. Turn this down. This over here. Turn this back up. Turn, turn, turn. So this is not the hard part of the solve. Okay, now I need to move this into position as well. So I'll move this into this space over here. Slide a U move to the other side. Bring this down. Slide the U move back. Bring this up. Slide this back over here, joining these together, and bring this up, and splat. Okay, so we pretty much have it a little bit closer to getting all of these reduced down. These guys I can't move into here by the same mechanism because I'm going to bandage everything. For instance, if I try to move this over here, you can see this comes into here, which is pretty good. I can move this over here. Now what happens when I move this down? This is bandaged over here. So I got to do something else. So here's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move them by taking these slots and replacing it with this. How am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? Well, let's take this slot and move it opposite these guys. So I'm going to move this over here. Move this slot down over here. I'm going to take this, so these two are now opposite. I'm now going to do a URF algorithm to swap these two. That's going to be 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. Okay, once I've done that, this is now where it needs to be here, as you can see. Move this over here, and bring it back up. So now that's in. Now in doing that, I actually took these two and I swapped these two. I'm just going to swap them back right now. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U, and all is right with the world. So I'm going to do the same thing with these, but they're opposite colors. So can I maybe do this? So this is fine, and this is fine. I just have to remember to move these back when I'm done. So that's what I will do. This will come to here. Or better yet, let's move this into here first. So we're going to do the same technique. Move this to the side. Bring this down like so. Move it back. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. Bring this in, move this up, and all is right with the world. And bring this back. And I'm going to take this, and I'm not going to move it here, just because this is already in. I'm going to take this and move it here. So move it out, go like splat. Move this back over here. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. Bring this in. Now I can actually go like this and move it back. So with that little trick, I was able to get all this in, and now you see the native shape. But before I do anything else, let's move back what we took out. There we go. Okay, so now you can see what this is if you had not guessed it before. It's a 4 by 6 by 8, and we went through much of the hard parts about that. Now it's a matter of just getting these pieces back in. Well, let's go ahead and place edges first. That's what I like to do. The smallest edges are here. This is, well, not placed right because this is a center over here. So these centers are a little bit off. Actually, so this is the wrong center here. I'm just going to move these like so. Okay. So we can see that these here edges are fine. Now we take a look at the next level up, which is these. Well, these two have to be flip-flopped. These 4 by 4 center parts, so I'm just going to flip-flop these two. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. So these are fine. I got to do the same thing here. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. As part of a Rubik 180, I have a tutorial on how to do Rubik 180s. But in any case, now that we've got these fine, let's keep doing these edges. So these are fine here, these two, the 4 by 4 version. Let's move it up to the 6 by 6 edges. This is in, let's go ahead and find the red and yellow and just place it here. Red and yellow is right here, so move this like so, and go for splat. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see these 4 are in. These 2 belong somewhere else. These 2, red and white, belong right over here. Move this opposite, and just flip-flop these guys. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. And this is back. Okay, so what do we have? Well, we have these 4 which are fine. We're ignoring these guys here. We have these 4 which are fine. These are not. This and this need to be flip-flopped. So this is what we would call a floppy parity. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do to get out of it, but I'm not going to do a full tutorial on that yet. That's to come. Basically, these are going to have to move opposite each other, one on this layer, one on this layer, and do a Red Bull algorithm to flip these up. 2R, 2B, 2U, L, 2 up, RI, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F, Li, 2B, 2R. Alright, so I've got these two up. I do a 2L, and I do another red bull. And now I do one more, like so. And as you can see, these colors are now matched up, just like these are. So now I do one more red bull algorithm. 2R, 2B, 2U, L, 2 up, Ri, 2 up, R, 2 up, 2F, R, 2F, Li, 2B, 2R. Okay, roll this back, and that had the intended effect I was looking for. These two and these two just need to be swapped. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. So these four are now all done. Now, I kind of skipped a step. I probably should have done these first. You see, these four are in, this is not, and this is not. So 3 edges aren't in. I showed you an example when 2 aren't. That's what I call the floppy parity. This is called the brick parity, when these 3 are out. To fix this, I just do a brick parity algorithm, and that'll take this will move to here, this will come down to here in the back part, and then this will come up to here. So to get that fixed, what I'm going to do is, this is a right-sided version of that to move this to here. It's going to be 2F, U, 2R, UI, 2L, U, 2R, UI, 2L, do a 2F, and a 2R, 2F, do a 2L, U, 2R, UI, 2L, U, 2R, UI, another 2F, 2L, and as you can see, it's fixed. Now, don't memorize this yet. The reason why I'm saying that is this is not a tutorial. That will come. I'm just giving you a demonstration of how this kind of thing is solved. And I'm sort of defining variables, but don't be put out if you don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. It's more of a demonstration on the approach. So now I'm going to hit these edges here. Almost all of these are in except for this. Same thing with this. Let's see if we can just place it. Where's my other orange? It's over here. I just go for splat. Move this in. So all these 4 orange and whites are in, or not 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are in. These are all in. These actually are 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I showed an example where 2 along a plane are out. That's the floppy parity. If 3 are out, that's a brick parity. If 4 are out, this is not a parity at all. This is just a URF algorithm, just a 180-degree algorithm to bring it back. So I'm going to do that here. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. And now all these are in. So I basically showed 3 examples on the 4x6x8 of edge placement issues. Floppy parity, where 2 are out. Brick parity, where 3 are out. And just 180-degree placement issues where 4 are out. So now we've got to get these guys in. Now that I've got all the edges, so I'm going to see what can match up here. First thing I'm going to do is sliding U techniques for all the areas that are just in the 6x6 center. I can't do that with these, but these guys here I can just place. So I see 2 yellows here, put that into configuration, and I'm going to place that with these 2 over here. So for splat, I move these 2 in, slide the U to an R position, do 2R, slide the U back to our L position, Move these two in, slide it back here, and curse back. Again, I will talk about the details of this in future tutorials. This is just to demonstrate this puzzle. Alright, so now what? Well, now what I want to do is move as many of these guys in as possible. So I've got these two, which will suffice. These two move here. Move it out of the way from here. These move back. And the good thing about this is I'm not destroying any of my previous edges. Okay, so you can see we're getting more and more in just with this technique. This can come into here, sliding U, move it in this plane. Call that an R move. Slide the U to an L position, do a 2L, slide it to an R position, do a 2R, slide it to an L, do a 2L. Alright, now I just have these two to go. Alright, getting closer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit these guys. These two, I'm going to just exchange with these two, because at least I'm putting two blues instead of one. To U, to R, to F, to U, to F, to R, to U. I did put this nicely in here, and I've got to exchange these two. To U, to R, to F, to U, to F, to R, to U. Okay, one here and one here. So I've got two that are out. This is not a Floppy parity, it's another brick parity. Because I'm going to exchange a third one here. So these two, it's not just these two that can exchange, you can actually do a 3-cycle. So if I move this up over here, this can come here, this can come here, and this can come here. So it's the same thing, only it's a brick parity. And before I do any brick parities, I'm going to start getting these guys back. So now we have it down to these centers here. I'm going to take these two and swap them with these two. To U, to R, to F, to U, and to F, to R, to U. Moves it over to here, do it once more. To F, to U, to U, to F, to R, to U. Okay, so now we just have these stragglers to deal with. And there's a kind of a symmetry about them, but they're still stragglers. So how are we going to do this? Now this is where things can get a little complicated because both of these represent a brick parity, but at different layers. This layer here and this layer here. And it's a 3-cycle that I have to do. Here to here, here to here, and here to here. So I've got to carefully orchestrate this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the brick parity algorithm with this layer, and then this layer. Then I'm going to have to do it with this layer, because it's going to bring it out here. So let's see if I can navigate my way through that particular algorithm. Starting with this side, this is the right side. So we have 2F, U, 2R, UI, 2L, U, 2R, UI, 2L, 2F, yeah, 2F, 2L, 2F, finish it up with a 2L, U, 2R, UI, L, U, 2R, UI. Do a 2F and a 2L. So that does indeed fix this. Now I just got to fix these guys here. Well, there's a couple more stragglers that I have to do. These two can be swapped with these two, so that's what I'm going to do first. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U, and I'm just going to swap these two back. 2U, 2R, 2F, 2U, 2U, 2F, 2R, 2U. Okay, now I just have these guys here. Now I just do this layer. One slip up and I'll undo everything. So right-sided, that's 2F. And this beast is done. This is solved. 4x6x8. Again, this is really more of a demonstration than a tutorial. There's going to be a full tutorial on this and any other ultimate shape shifters in the future. But now, we can finally put this baby to rest.